On Learning with Lisa today, we will practice finding greatest common factor. Sometimes people just say GCF. Greatest common factor is useful when we're working with fractions and we need to reduce, simplify, or find the simplest form of the fraction. The first fraction we'll work with two fractions today. The first one is 9/21, or 9/21. So I need to find the greatest common factor of the numerator and denominator. What greatest common factor means, each word has its own meaning. Greatest means the biggest, common means it's the same for both, and factor means it's a number you multiply to get it. So when I find the greatest common factor of 9, my numerator, and 21, my denominator, then I am looking for the biggest number that I multiply that is the same for both. And I don't have a mnemonic for this skill, but I do have a system. And my system is just to write GCF to the side for greatest common factor, and then I make a T-chart for my numerator and denominator. So I'll put my numerator here, I'll put my denominator here, and I will make a T-chart for them. The next step is to find all the factors for 9 and all the factors for 21. So I'm actually going backwards through factor, then common, then greatest. So I'm starting with factors. So for factors for 9, I always start with 1, then I go to 2, then I go to 3, and so on. So 1 times 9, those are two numbers I can multiply to get 9. They are my factors of 9. 9 has more factors than that. I can also multiply, well, let's see, can I use a 2 as a factor of 9? I can't multiply something by 2 to get 9 evenly, so I'm going to skip 2. I can multiply 3 times something to get 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. Now, there's no need for me to move on to 4 because I already have a double. When I get a double, I can stop. Now, over here, I need to find factors of 21. Well, let's start with 1. 1 times 21 is equal to 1. Those are my first two factors, 1 and 21. Let's move on to 2. 21 is odd, so I can't use 2 as a factor. Let's move on to 3. 3 times 7 is equal to 21, so 3 and 7 are factors. 4, I can't multiply 4 as a factor for 21. 5 is not a factor of 21. 6 is not a factor of 21. And I already used 7, so now I can stop. I'm done with factors. And I move to common. Common means they're the same for both. So I'm going to go ahead and circle all of the factors that are the same for both 9 and 21. 1 is a factor that is the same for both 9 and 21. 3 is a factor that is the same for both 9 and 21. I already used 3. 7 is not the same for both. 9 is not the same for both. And 21 is not the same for both. So those are my only common factors. I'm done with common. Now I'm going to move to greatest. Greatest means I just need to find the biggest one. Well, 1 and 3 are my only factors that are common, and the biggest one is 3. So 3 is my greatest common factor. Greatest common factor equals 3. If I want to go ahead and use 3 to simplify my fraction or find the simplest form, I can divide the numerator by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And I can divide the denominator by 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So 3/7 is the simplest form of the fraction 9/21. We'll do one more fraction and practice finding greatest common factor for that one. The other fraction we'll work with today is 18/24, or 18/24. I'll write GCF on the side, greatest common factor. Remember, I'll be moving backwards. And I'll make my t-chart. 18 and 24. All right. I need to find all the factors of 18 first. I'll start with 1. 1 times 18 is equal to 18. Moving on to 2. 2 times 9 is 18. I'll go to 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Moving on to 4. 4. Oh, I can't use 4. 5. Can't use 5. 6 I already used, so I am done. Let's start with 1 for factors of 24. 1 times 24. Those are 2 factors. I can use 2. 2 times 12 is 24. I can use 3. 3 times 8 is 24. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors already. Let's keep going. 4. Can I use 4? Yes. 4 times 6 is 24. All right, moving on to 5. I can't use 5 as a factor of 24. And 6 I already used, so I'm done with factors of 24. I can cross off F for factors. Moving on to common. Common, the same for both. 1 is the same for both. 2 is the same for both. 3 is common, the same for both. 4 is not both. 5 I didn't use. 6. 6 is the same for both. There's no 7. 8 is only on one side. 9. These other numbers are not the same for both. So I'm done with all my common factors. I've circled all of them. The last thing I need to do is find out which one of these common factors is the greatest one, the biggest. And 6 is the biggest one. So the greatest common factor, GCF, equals 6. I can use 6 to simplify my fraction. 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3. And 24 divided by 6 is equal to 4. And my simplified fraction is 3/4. Thank you for watching Learning with Lisa today. You can subscribe by pushing the subscribe button under your viewing screen. Thank you.